Good evening. My name is Bryan Reising, and I'm interviewing Anthony and sharing some of my own ideas on the NCCL conference for 2011 in Atlanta. Hello, Anthony.
Hey, Bryan, how are you?
I'm doing great. Hey, a question for you. There's been some talk about our conference and the different type of things that we're creatively looking at. One of the things that we'll be implementing is the TED-style talks. Can you tell me a little bit about the premise for this whole idea?
It's based on the results we got from the survey that we conducted last year of our membership. And what our membership said that they wanted was a very holistic view of the topics that we were looking at, looked at from multiple lenses and perspectives. A TED-style talk allows us to do that by bringing in multiple speakers on the same topic, looking through different lenses from different perspectives to address the concerns of the membership that are present for it. Bryan, you might want to explain what a TED-style talk looks like.
Okay, a TED-style talk is basically, you could say what you want to say in 18 minutes or less. So you get straight to the point of what you want to talk about. TED stands for Technology, Entertainment, and Design. It started in 1984 at Southern California, and now they put it online for free for anyone to look at. So a lot of innovative technology, entertainment, different type of designs are presented on TED. So we looked at TED as an inspiration to do our own talks, 18 minutes or less, but we're doing it in a Catholic style. We're going to weave in prayer. We're going to, after the presentation itself, we're going to look at opportunities for table talk, for people to network, for people to talk about the very topic that was presented. It's going to come in threes. So on Tuesday, we'll have 3 different talks looking at a particular scripture passage. So we're going to look at it from a spiritual perspective. We're going to look at it from a psychological, sociological perspective. And also we're going to look at it from an anthropological perspective. On Wednesday, we're going to look at the future of catechesis, because part of our theme is we're looking forward. We're shaping our future with catechesis. So we're going to look at it through 3 different lenses. And we're going to look at, first of all, look at a theological lens of what the future of catechesis can be. We're going to also look at a multicultural / multi-generational lens. So there'll be some opportunities to break that open. And then lastly, look at technology itself, how that is making things different on how we pass on the faith. So I'm very, very excited what we're going to do with that. Can you tell me a little bit further about, Anthony, about this survey that we did and how that might enhance even the learning sessions that we'll do?
Well, the whole purpose of the survey, Bryan, was to get the feel for what our membership actually wanted. NCCL is unique, and that's a membership-driven organization. So we wanted to put on something that not only that our members would attend and gain from, but that they actually had part in the design and structure of. So through this survey, we listened very carefully to the different issues that our membership wanted to address. And something that came through loud and clear was that in our Catholic faith, our tradition, our doctrine, and our teaching is so strong and so incredibly well formed that allowed us to work on the methodology and the philosophy of how to pass that on and help form other people in it. So we listened to the surveys, and what we did was we picked out the hot topics, the key topics, the real challenges that our very membership is facing in their daily work, and those are the issues that we chose to address. And then it was a matter of finding the right people to address those issues appropriately so that our membership's needs got met. So our learning sessions are really being brought forth by the membership, and we are selecting the people who address them best. Again, looking back to our might be qualified to do that.
And one of the issues too is with the publishers. We listen to the publishers because the publishers would like to have these learning sessions early on because they're sponsoring, some of these speakers. And so to have it on Monday and to have it on Tuesday, the publishers are really pleased that we're able to situate it on those particular days.
As well, the publishers seemed very pleased that we actually went to them and said, these are the topics we need to address. Do you have people that you would like to sponsor and bring forward who would be able to do that appropriately and competently? So even the publishers felt as if they were part of the process in the formation of the conference.
Very good. Anthony, another question regarding marketing. Can you share with us some thoughts about how marketing is going to be a little bit different this time?
Well, Bryan, if I had my way, marketing would be completely different because I like to do things out of the box. I think with the realization of our environment and this whole movement toward going green, it's just time for that because that's where technology is at. In our generation, dealing with Generation X and Generation Y, the paper is a dying product. Paper products are a thing of the past. We see that in the decline of newspapers, of periodicals. Younger generations go to the media for their information and their resources. So we're going to try to swing the conference around through the marketing to help people understand that it is a different product and use the different technologies that are available for marketing, such as this very interview. Some of the things we plan on putting on YouTube and through the internet and through links, some of which we've already started doing. And we're really being resistful of falling into the old pattern of producing a paper product for marketing. It's been quite a challenge. I don't know that everybody's quite there yet, but it's just the wave of the future, and we want to be on the beginning of that wave rather than at the end of it.
Exactly. And so I see a both and. We will have some printed resources, but yes, we need to get our foot in the door regarding technology, using YouTube, using videos to make sure that all of our audience are being invited to this conference. Lastly, we're looking at liturgy. Can you tell us a little bit about liturgy and how that may be a little bit different as well at this conference?
Well, I think, Bryan, that everyone realizes, and the survey certainly bore out, that liturgy is the center of Catholicism. It is the peak and the pinnacle of all that we do. And we only do liturgy justice when we do it well. But liturgy does not stand on its own. It has to be fully integrated into the entire conference. So liturgy will not be something where we stop our other activities, go to liturgy, and then go back to our activities. The whole conference exists to enhance the liturgies that we're having. And it's that way in all of Catholicism, and that catechesis exists to enhance liturgy. So we're following that pattern, and we're going to have an ongoing flow throughout the whole conference between prayer, praise, worship, the workshops, all tying into the liturgy that is so central in our faith.
Very good, very good. And, going back to the TED-style talks, I'd like to put forth some names that we have chosen at this point in time. And also the keynoter on Monday. The keynoter on Monday will have Father James Martin, S.J., the cultural editor of America Magazine. For the TED-style talks, we're able to get people like Sister Angela Ann Zukowski, Pam Koster, Luke Timothy Johnson, theologian out of Emory. We're able to get Hoffman Espino from Boston College. We're able to get Paul Ashton, who's going to look at kind of that psychological, sociological lens regarding that scripture passage. So these are wonderful, very top name type of people that we're going to have for these keynoters. And I'm excited that with the liturgy aspect, we're retaining some names for that. And so that's yet to be seen, but we're going to have some really good professional people with the planning, with the weaving, and with the music. So I'm very, very excited about that as well.
One of the things that I'm excited about, Bryan, is the momentum that this conference is catching on with and the speed at which it's moving. And I'm so astounded at the generosity of people who are stepping forward to suggest really good speakers to us, but people also willing to just volunteer their time, their effort, and energy in this whole project because they bought into it. They're so happy and affirmed with the work that NCCL is doing and the effort that's being put into our national conferences to keep them very timely, relevant, and with a very definite practical use back at home when people return to their home settings.
Yeah, very good, Anthony. Well, thank you, Anthony, and all of you. We're going to see you in Atlanta. It's going to be very exciting. God bless.
Thank you.